so it makes some fucking noise. How many of y'all got the third world? Make some fucking noise. Now wait a minute. How many of y'all been with me for a long time? And you got that revolutionary volume 2? Hold on. Let me pull a Chino Excel bench out here to talk to you niggas, because you're about to lie to me, right to my face. Now, don't lie to me, even though you're about to. How many people had this shit when it first came out? How many of y'all had that revolutionary volume 1? You're fucking lying. You know why? Because I know you stole that shit, and it's okay, I'm not mad. Revolutionary Volume 1, I'm proud to say, ladies and gentlemen, is the that slot doesn't belong to your favorite alternative band, that doesn't belong to punk rock or anything else. No, motherfucker. The #1 most pirated independent album of all time is Revolutionary Volume 1, ladies and gentlemen. When the rest of you get to 39 million, holla at a motherfucker. So with that said, can I take y'all on a journey with me? I can't fucking hear you. Alright, man. Just one thing. Don't say that I did not warn you. Trees and gave into his greed. So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Started fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers to crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. With the jackpot and wanted to watch a cocaine. And filling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of them hood niggas, treating them the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas shot him. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a wrench can run like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in it. But only a real dog will stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eye. Really realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested breaking a shit to prove he was cold-hearted. Now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men up on his side. His dreams about cars and ice made him agree. A hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be. So he met them Friday night at 2:45. They rolled around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment. Till they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on their way home. So they quietly got out the car and followed her, walking through the projects. The darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around her head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid. I ain't got these chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair, dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. Struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the and then they held her down on the ground, yelling, shut the fuck up, stop moving around. Her shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed, but they stomped on the bitch till they broke in her jaw. The dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving. Blood leaking through the cloth, she cried silently, and then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until it broke her. A broken jaw, mama of the guard, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of the niggas pulled out a brand new 22. He told her that she was a witness of what she gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, he was practically dead, so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head. Now I gotta end my story. Only way it can. Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine and the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing alone with his new brothers, cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate his corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his moms used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth and cried out to the sky, cause he was lonely and scared, but only the devil responded, his God wasn't there. And right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold, and so he jumped off the roof, died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped this mom too. Now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing along with you at the show, and every street cipher, listening to Lil Dog's flow. Could be standing right next to you, you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow, and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of the hell for the time. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, cause a dance with the devil might last you forever. I just want to say something, listen. Every single time I do this song, somebody comes up to me after the show and they say, hey, Technique, is it a true story? Did it really happen? And I say, what are you talking about? It happens every day, in every city, in every country, all over the world. And I'll make this personal for all the dudes that are in here, because there are usually more dudes than women at the hip-hop shows. So let's make it personal, homie. Your mother, your abuelita, your sister, your daughter might have been the victim of this, and she might never tell you, homie. Your whole fucking life you might never know, because she's too scared to tell you what happened, bro. This is the truth. Because women, even though sometimes we see this shit on the internet, we're just trying to pit men against women all the time. Bro, I can't piss a walnut out of my dick. A woman can endure such pain that a fucking man cannot physically. We have to understand the purpose of speaking for. We have a symbiotic relationship with our people. We're not supposed to be at war with men and women over fucking who has to pay for dinner, you bitch ass motherfucker! Does your manhood cost $12.99 at Olive Garden, you son of a bitch? You fucking stupid? You're supposed to be a protector, a provider. That's why, gentlemen, my brothers that I just addressed about your fucking family, that's why if you see somebody at the park touching little kids or trying to put something in girls' drink, that's the time. Not drunk at a party trying to be tough. No, that's the time when you gotta step the fuck up like a fucking man and knock somebody's ass right the fuck out. Because otherwise, all the times you never tried to act tough don't mean a fucking thing. dedicated to my cousin. He passed away years ago, and usually it takes a while for me to write a song, you know. But I wrote this song. This is the quickest song I ever wrote. I swear to y'all, I'm not lying. I sat there, I cried my eyes out because he was dead. And I wrote this song in 2 fucking hours, man. And I still miss you, man. Drop this shit, bro. They say the odds against me are crooked and impossible. Like I was born with a hole in my heart as an obstacle. I left to die by the doctors in the children's hospital. But I never lose hope. Success is psychological. The world is volatile and the street is my education. Shaping a nation like the blueprint of a mason. My short shack record deals get you raped on occasion. So I'm focused on my economic situation. I'm like the little kids on TV and think to the trash. I'll hustle regardless of the way you talk shit and laugh. A lot of niggas drop science, but they don't know the math. Cause their mind is narrower than the righteous path. Funny how on the block, niggas will kill you for cash, but never raise the gun to cry out, freedom and land. War's over, but the world is still getting colder. Atlas walking through the projects with the hood on my shoulder. I would like to raise my children and grow to be soldiers, but then a general will decide when they like to be over. I work hard till my personality splits like the Black Panthers into the president grit. They said I'd never be shit, but now I sit and reminisce like Yeshua, Ben Yosef, living through Genesis. Ignorance is venomous and it murders a soul, spreading like a virus, running rampant out of control. So if I should ever fall and get caught in the hustle, let them know that I died when I fought in the struggle. From the hood rats to rich kids, off in the bubble, spray painted on the streets and in the subway. Ready down and remember that we never gave in. The mind of a child is where the revolution begins. So if the solution has never been to look at yourself, I was it that you expect to find it anywhere else. I'm rolling check in the streets back on the hustle. 3 strikes and get you life for stuff and crack in the double. Upstate behind steel gates intact in a scuffle. Razor blade stuck on the side of pencils hacked to your muscle. But the emptiness is what bleeds to the death when it cuts you. And it's the lawyers, not the inmates, scheming and fuck you. Trying to fight the system from inside eventually corrupts you. That's what you get when you put a corporation above you. And it's the people that love you seem to hurt you the most. Sometimes they die, you find yourself cursing and go. But you make success, nobody delivers your fate. Sometimes you give and you take. It's prehistoric vertebrates, quarterback relates. That's the truth about life. What to do with the ghetto when your car breaks in it. But those survive through the struggle that made us. We still look at ourselves through the eyes of people that hate us. But I'm a maker regardless of the trumped up charges. Semi-automatic garages that empty the cartridge. Trying to be brave. Niggas backstab each other just to try to get paid. Turn cannibal like nights during the crusade. Afraid of responsibility, addicted to greed. Beating a girl, purposefully losing the seed. As if we bound to the destiny we used to receive. So if I should ever fall and get caught in the hustle, let them know that I died when I fought in the struggle. From the hood rats to rich kids, lost in the bubble. Spray painted on the streets and in the subway tunnel. Write it down and remember that we never gave in. The mind of a child is where the revolution begins. So if the solution has never been to look at yourself, how is it that you expect to find it anywhere else? Yeah.